Welcome back to Mortal Fury News. It's great to be back. It's been a long time, Chris.
I know, about 2 months after a wildcat strike of disputed labor forces and a hostile work environment.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to be back.
Great to be back. Great to be back. Let's just jump right into the news. We'll get right to the headlines.
All right,
Headlines.
All right. South Carolina man carrying wooden cross on spiritual journey to the Grand Canyon, already experiencing some miraculous God moments.
Fascinating, Chris. Amazing. That leads right into the next headline. Well, summertime is upon us. And you know what summertime means?
Hot.
Hot. Also means Vacation Bible School.
Oh, yes, it does.
VBS. Vacation Bible School, most popular church program in America. 2/3 of parents this year say they will send their children to Vacation Bible School, even though they may not plan to attend church themselves.
Sounds a little hypocritical to me. A motion to keep 10 Commandment plaques in Cumberland County schools and a motion to take them down both failed to gain a majority vote of the Cumberland County Board of Education Thursday night. I'm getting word it's time for a break.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
We're taking a break already?
Chris, what's going on?
I don't know. That didn't make any
What's that?
sense.
What did they say in your? What did it just say? Take a break? You didn't even.
I don't know. I just heard a bunch of screaming in the background. Well, apparently, our executive producer was not happy with me using the word hypocritical. Didn't think that was appropriate.
That's why we're cut. We was cut.
That's what I'm understanding. I think they're checking with their lawyers.
Oh my God. Well, you did miss the sensitivity course we had last week. I noticed you were not in the class.
Well, I've been to 3 this year so far. So
you got to realize, though, these are well-meaning people.
I get that.
They,
we've talked about this before, not that long ago. The 2 Gospels.
Right.
One for the circumcision, one for the uncircumcision. I mean, we're talking about the 10 Commandments. And if you go all the way back to Exodus 35:1, then Moses assembled the whole congregation of the sons of Israel and said to them, "These are the words which Yahweh instructs you to do them." That's pretty clear. That's for the nation of Israel. So why we want to put them up in our public schools, they're not for us.
Yeah, and like you said, the simplicity just gets lost. Like just that one verse and all of the verses that clearly state the law is for the sons of Israel. Somehow.
But the point is, we were not, as members of the nation, we were not put underneath that law. That was given specifically to the sons of Israel.
Right. That's all he's talked about. The whole thing about Romans is explaining it.
Right.
So it's what, Romans 5:20?
Yeah.
We'll read all different versions here. The law was brought in so that the trespass might increase. But where sin increased, grace increased all the more. So there again, he's saying the law was brought in so that sin is going to increase. Okay, wrap your head around that. Is that's NIV, so maybe they got it messed up. They messed it up a lot. Here's the authorized version. Moreover, the law entered that the offense might abound. But where sin abounded, grace did much more abound.
I've got the Concordant Literal New Testament. Yet law came in by the way that the offense should be increasing, yet where sin increases, grace super exceeds. This is key when we talk about 2 Gospels.
In depth, he's explaining and talking as if, like, here's why the law came in. And it's not what we would think, like we're hearing in the arguments of keep the law over here, keep the 10 Commandments up here, because this helps us be better people or be a guide. Paul says we'll all come into where it's going to increase sin. So why would we want to be under that? Would be a fair question.
Right.
Do we have to be under that?
Right.
But of course, you know what that leads to, where they just think, you saying we can do whatever we want.
Right. When I talk to people about the freedom that was purchased for me, then it seems like there's a natural assumption, well, then you can just do anything you want. To which I say, actually, yes, I can.
And how we've talked at length about the freedom that it actually gives us when you realize okay, there's something bigger going on with what God's doing and what Paul's talking about. And in my experience, I've not met anybody that's even touched upon any of these truths that all of a sudden wants to go out and kill people and rob people and do things.
No, I'm just wanting to know more
Right.
about this person who secured these freedoms. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm more in the Word now more than I've ever been.
And to this point, this is interesting. Okay, the whole thing. He answers it.
Oh,
What shall we say then? Shall we go on sinning so that grace may increase? No, he's like, God forbid. How shall we, that's dead to this sin, live in it anymore?
Exactly.
We're not.
That's recognition who we are.
Yeah, and we're not under that lordship. We're not. That's not our master. That's not. You don't have to do all these things to justify it.
Right.
Do all this stuff to fix it. But it's interesting how he words it. Like he knows the question's coming.
I like when he says we were slaves to sin, and then later he calls us slaves to Christ.
Right.
It's a new identity, and coming into the fullness of knowing what he did for us, and now we're no longer slaves to sin, but slaves to Christ.
Right.
That's
freedom.
Huge. That's freedom. Uh-oh. They're saying we need to get back to the set. We're getting ready.
We're back on. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And we're back, Dean. Before we get started again, I just want to take this time to apologize. In no way did I mean to dismiss or hurt the feelings of people of faith with my comment about the hypocritical. In no way did I try to embarrass or shame you. Hope you'll accept my apology.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for that. And to all, hope you have a good night. Join us next time on MF News for some more headlines. Good night.
Good night.
Chris.
How you doing, bud?
All right, man. What's going on?
Oh, not much. What are you doing?
I was paying these bills.
Oh, you got to pay the man.
Oh, no. Yeah, I've been working on this for the last 20 minutes. I can't get this thing to accept it. I pay bills online.
Oh, I do too. I like it. That's
I
convenient.
mean, I don't know what's going on here.
It looks like the same app I use.
Is this?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I can't get it to work.
Yeah, it's the exact same app I use. It works great. Are you sure?
You just
Yeah, you go pay here. This is your payee, and you look for what is it, a water bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit your water bill. There's your water bill right there.
I know, and I hit send right there.
Yeah.
I mean, right, that's pay.
That's and it's so. Let me see the bill for a second.
It's just not. It's not working. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see here. It might be that you're trying to pay your neighbor's bill instead of your bill.
Does that matter?
It matters.
Consider the things we're saying. We will be sharing scriptures, and you'll be able to look up some of these things yourself. It's so worthwhile to do this. And some of you are going to have a real ear for this. Some of you are going to be really compelled to look at some of the things that we're talking about. Some may find themselves offended. And remember, that's not our intention to offend you. All I'm asking you to do is to back up a little bit and consider what we're saying, and consider the consequences of what we're saying. And personally, personally, Dean and I, we think it's really good news. It's a real good news. Great news. Yeah. It doesn't get any better. No. So, again, wanting to share news with you, and it's about our mortality and how we ended up this way, and the expectations that are for one set of people and an expectation for another set of people. And this is all ordained and orchestrated by God.